Good morning, Huntsville. We want to welcome you this morning. I hate you, Rob, so much.
Oh, this is classic, man. And the sound is working this morning.
Yay.
Justin, that was good. You know,
Better, huh?
You came in and with the energy, and then you just started laughing. And that's what this shows. Man, we're all about spreading joy here on Good Morning Huntsville and Huntsville, however you want to say it today. We got a new service rolled out. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Hometown Heroes has now launched. We already had a submission, by the way.
That's fantastic.
I launched it last night. Bridget was like, get to bed. We got to get the baby to bed. And I was in there working on Hometown Heroes. So a lot of great things happening that we want to highlight. First and foremost, we want to welcome you in here on a Thursday. And one of these days, we'll have maybe a Throwback Thursday.
Oh, yeah?
I used to do that on a sports program up in the frozen tundra, and it was a lot of fun. So maybe we'll do a little Huntsville Throwback Thursday. Speaking of Throwback Thursday, you know what? Now that my ADD is already tripping and going, how about these prizes today, man? Look at this. You will not
here,
find
Rob,
this.
I
Hold that up. Check this out. This one
Which
right
camera
here
are we
says,
on? Oh, this one.
That one right there. Look at this. We're bucking for you in Huntsville. And you just got to say it with a lot of East Texas pride. Boy, I tell you what, we're bucking for you in Huntsville. And we got it right here on the show today. We're going to be giving away these
which one are we doing,
vintage postcards, courtesy of Dr. Caroline Krim. And this, I mean, you're not going to find these anywhere. This is a Texas prison rodeo from back in the day. We have a whole stack of postcards. We're going to start giving these away on the show as well. I mean, we got the Walls unit. You know, spend a little time in that. Just kidding. I didn't spend any time there. Texas Prison Rodeo, or for some of you, Rodea. Do you ever say rodeo or rodea?
Rodeo.
I say rodeo sometimes. Just feels, man, we got Old Main. Look at this. This is unbelievable. So we're going to be giving away some postcards today as well. We're also going to be giving away Elliot's jewelry. I did open one of the bags because I wanted to see what the surprise was. It's not all of them. This is valued retail. Now, jewelry retail value is always pretty high, $230. But check this out. So it's got some gold in it. This isn't, hey, man, this ain't your grandma's gold. I mean, we're talking, this isn't no costume jewelry. All right, this is, it's a little bit, 0.10 karat gold. I know it's not a lot, but look.
How do you say that?
Is it 0.10?
I don't know.
We need Elliot in here. Beautiful bracelet we're going to be giving away on the show this morning as well. Check this out. Oh, man, we got it. We just loaded, man. We've been so blessed this week. People are just saying, we want to be involved. Justin, you made this happen. Our good friends at Pinch and Plate. How about a little plate? A little plate of food we're giving away today.
Little plate of food.
And it ain't no little plate. It's
a big plate.
I said a while ago, this ain't your grandma's jewelry. Well, this is your grandma's food.
Cooking.
This is your grandma's cooking. It is awesome. Pinch and Plate. We're giving that away today. My goodness, what else? I don't know. We got a lot. So welcome in Thursday. Justin Killingsworth here of the Color Bar. We couldn't do it without them, and appreciate their support as one of our Foundation 5 sponsors. We love bringing you this show each and every morning. Let us know you're out there today, and let us know what you're thankful for. We always want to highlight the good happening here in our community. It has been such a fern journey now. Fern journey. It's been such a fern journey here so far through 48 episodes. And so just chime in and let us know what's going on today. How are you, Justin? What's been going on at the CB, man?
Just buckling down, trying to get Conroe all underway and everything scheduled.
Yeah, when is that? When's the? I'm using acronyms today, like the CB. When's the GO? The grand opening. When's the go?
When's the go? I haven't set an exact date, so it'll be late July, early August.
There you go. Well, that's all right, man.
Gotta give myself a little buffer.
Yeah, you got to have that buffer zone, man. So I saw you this morning cruising in. I won't say what you're rolling in, but it's a pretty nice ride. You were coming in hot, man.
It was late.
I saw some tires squealing. It was almost good park. Good thing it's early in the morning. On the line. If the meter maid was here, they'd probably let you.
Speaking of meter maid, I was driving through the other day, and I was watching him mark tires. I was like, they haven't marked tires in downtown Huntsville, and I don't know how long.
They do that. They do mark the tires, and if I learned this from somebody, and I did not do this, if you go out there and you wipe off that mark, you're in a lot of trouble. One person told me they got a ticket for that. And I was like, yeah, man, don't be marking the chalk off the tire. You can't do that. That is not honest. And we're going to keep you on the honest here on this show as well. Hey, we love to lift you up each and every morning. Let us know that you're out there. Kay Boning already chiming in. Lee Dankworth joining us as well. Appreciate you and all of you across social media. Send the comments to us. Let us know that you're out there. Most importantly, as I always say, let us know what you're thankful for this morning. We have so much going on in our community every day, and we are so tremendously blessed here in Huntsville. We got a great program today. I already talked about the prizes, Justin, but we have Teresa Varrier joining us today from Summit Christian Academy. I was thinking of Sorry, Teresa's waiting. I said Summit League because when I was in Fargo, that was our conference. And so that's why I said Summit League. I'm still like I can't even talk. I almost said Forts Spokest instead of Sports Focused. But,
it's okay. I do that all the time.
Yeah, Teresa Varrier is joining us, Summit Christian Academy. We're going to learn more about their wonderful program, how they're making just an everlasting, I call it eternal impact on youth in our community. And I think that's so important. You know, this show is all about lifting up, and we want to always lift up our young people, our children as well, and those that are, you know, gonna be leading us one day. I think that's important. I'm starting to like get to that age now where I'm seeing people that I knew in high school that are, you know, taking leadership jobs now. And one kid that I used to broadcast, and there it goes. I said kid, sorry, Kay. One child that I used to broadcast, one young man that I used to broadcast.
You're going to hear some comments be like, bah.
Yeah, so it's Justin's tossing jokes this morning. He is now the president. He's the president of a chamber of commerce here in a city in Texas.
Sweet.
And I was like, how did he get that job? That is awesome, man. And I don't say it in a negative way. It's just been cool to watch his journey and to watch him grow up. So a lot of things happening, and we do have a new service. By the way, if you are joining us this morning, please continue to comment, like, and share. But I wanted to mention something new that we're doing. You can now text us, and this is the way that the contests are going to roll for a while. We're going to see how this works out, because I had a lot of feedback from folks, Justin, saying, you know, I love the show, but I always go back and watch at a later time, so I can't ever enter to win the contest. Mm-hmm. And there are. I mean, as we're on, there's typically a handful of folks that watch us live. And I say handful, I mean, sometimes it gets up to 20 or 30. This morning, a little bit sparse. But, you know, folks go back and watch. And typically by the end of the show, we'll usually have, or by the end of the day, we'll usually have 300 to 400 views across all the platforms. And so what we've decided to do, we wanted everybody to have a chance to be involved, to be engaged, whether you're going back watching at a later time or not. Of course, we want you to watch live, and there will be some exclusive live prizes. But for our daily giveaways, here on the show, you can now text us as well. We're going to announce the winners on the show, but you can text us at 936-339-0139. So that is how you can text us. The keyword every week
changes. Put it up
on
on the screen?
I will put it up there.
Okay.
The keyword this week is Huntsville. I just wanted to start out on a good point, you know, Huntsville.
Just Huntsville.
Just Huntsville. It's always a one-word keyword. So this week is Huntsville, and text in that keyword. We already had like 19 of them come in yesterday, which was awesome.
That's awesome.
And haven't even announced it on the show. But text that keyword Huntsville to 936-339-0139, and we will be announcing a winner every day on the show at 7:55. I should make it even more tough and say you have to be watching to win, but that wouldn't be too fair. That would kind of defeat the purpose.
Could be hard.
It could be hard. So
I like the joke you just said. We're going to announce it at 7:55.
Yeah. Is that a joke?
Well, I thought it was.
No, we'll try to announce it at 7:55.
We'll try to
announce it at 7:55. So again, let us know you're out there. Our platform this morning is working, but I'm not seeing everybody that's on, and so it's weird. Like I see it on the platform here, and it doesn't show anything. But then when I actually go on to our streams, I see multiple folks throughout. So let us know you're out there, and we're going to continue to move along here on a Thursday. Justin, I asked you earlier, what have you been up to? You talked about the Conroe location getting underway. What's been happening here in Huntsville?
We had Sip and Shop this weekend.
Hey, did the boat show go off?
Yeah, we probably don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Well, I wasn't in town. You know, we ended up having to leave.
There were some complications with the city. Yeah. So after the day up. So.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, hey, there's always good things happening, man. And you know, Sip and Shop went well, but I know the thunderstorms moved into the area too.
Yes, they did very quickly. So I mean, it was kind of a blessing that it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing because we were.
But people were out and asking. So.
Man, we lost power again. This is so weird. I understand, like, during a storm, if you lose power, it's almost like a given.
Okay, you want to hear something really funny?
Yeah, what do you got?
So we had HLI graduation.
Yeah.
Right? Held it out at Elkins. So we get there. Everyone finally gets seated.
I know where this is going already with the power.
Okay, so here we are, you know, and there's about, 200 people in this room. And it's about time to eat. And all the power goes out.
So what happened?
It never came back on.
And, I mean, you still got your food, right?
Yeah, it had the little decanters. So it was like the fire warmers.
Yeah.
But the fire warmers and 200 people and that.
Did it get stuffy in there with all the humidity?
Stuffy.
Oh, man. we were driving back. And somehow Bridget and I are starting to get caught in these storms. And we'll step aside here in a minute and have Miss Teresa on. We always get caught in these storms. The big one that came through that unfortunately did some damage here in town a few weeks ago. We were in the middle of that, as we were talking about down in I can't think this morning. Panorama Village.
Oh, yes.
And, that thing hit us while we were driving. One of the scariest things I've ever driven through, to be honest. But, we made it safe. So we're coming back. We actually had a birthday party with Bridget's sister, her 2 kiddos. She has 3 kiddos now, but the 2 oldest ones had their birthday kind of close together. So long story short is, we're heading back that evening. What do we see as soon as we start pulling into Huntsville? These ominous clouds. And I was like, here we go again. And literally the trees were whipping. As we pull into Elkins, there are branches and leaves flying everywhere. And we got home, and then literally like 5 seconds later, the storm hit, and then the power goes off. Well, I like to save energy. So what did I do? I turned the AC up to like 80 before we left. So what happens when we get home?
It's 80 degrees.
It's 80 plus, and the temperature's going up. And so I got a pregnant lady at home, and we got a baby that needs to go to sleep. And it was not. And then the fan that has battery was not. The battery was dead. And then my backup battery system wasn't working. It was
I found it funny.
Journey.
You walk outside and you just hear.
Talking about all the generators.
Yes.
Yeah, we're like the only one that doesn't have one out there.
Not the only one. They're like, anyways, it was like still we pushed through, and we only let Ray talk for 2 minutes.
There you go.
Because the power was out, and then Laura only got to talk for like 3, and then we were done.
And then you were done. Well, it's a good time. Hey, again, let us know you're out there this morning. We'd love to hear from you. We're going to step aside, take a break. Teresa Varrier is waiting, and we're excited to have her on this morning to talk about all the good that is happening at Summit Christian Academy. Stay with us. Show continues on this morning. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Well, welcome back into Hello Huntsville. We got a weird thing going. If you're out there this morning, let us know that you're out there, because we are streaming, and you just pulled it up on your phone, Justin, and nothing is showing up. But I'm on my phone and I see it, and that's really weird. So if you're out there this morning, we always have a lot of engagement, but nothing was coming in this morning, and I do see one out there. But what's really strange is you were pulling it up. You don't see it on your phone.
Last thing was 8 hours.
That is so strange. Hope I'm not in Facebook jail right now. I don't think I am. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Teresa, well, we're going to continue on. And, regardless of what it is, we'll, people are liking it already, so I have no idea what's going on. Kind of weird this morning. Let us know you're out there, though. Send us a message. Send us a text. Let us know that you're out there today. Some folks, like I said earlier, just saying that they're not seeing us live, but we do know. I'm seeing it on mine. I don't have the privacy or anything weird like that set. So, again, just send a comment in. Let us know if you see us out there this morning, and we'll try to get that figured out. Oh, you know what's going on? It looks like our good friends are blocking us now because of the music at the beginning. They used to do that at the end, so we're going to have to end up changing. Let me see if I can submit a live dispute of this. We'll get this fixed here in just a second. Stay with us here. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break. I know what's happening. There's some music that we use at the beginning that we are licensed for, and it looks like Facebook now has decided we're just going to block the show as it starts. So now we can't use that anymore. So stay with us. We'll be right back. I'm glad we caught this. We'll get this fixed, and we'll be right back here in just a few moments.
Welcome to Good Morning Huntsville.
Welcome back in. Hey, here we go. We are back on. We were on the entire time. Let me just say a quick, brief explanation. I was wondering, we always have so much engagement on the show. I mean, right away there was it said 0, but I could see it on my Facebook, and I thought, okay, well then everyone else said we can't see it. We have an intro video that I put together, whenever we launched the show that highlights our awesome community, kind of walking around. And the music that I use, and if the rights holder's watching, you guys need to fix this. I'm just going to straight up say it. I'm all positive, but man, it's time to get this fixed. We pay for that music, but Facebook flags it every morning, typically after the show, and it blocks the video, and then I go through and I submit a dispute and they release it. Well, this morning, I guess the algorithm decided it's going to start blocking the show immediately when it hears that music. And so that's why, if you were watching and you couldn't find us, that's what was going on. So we were still live, but Facebook was blocking it. So, I got more things to work on after the show today. We've got to change that music now, even though we have the rights to it. I pay a monthly fee for that music. So anyways, back up. We're positive. Here we go.
All right, here we are.
We are here. So, again, you can go back and watch the first segment. Justin and I were highlighting a lot. We didn't lose any of it. It was just kind of hidden out there in internet land. But we are excited this morning. A great friend from Summit Christian Academy is joining us, Miss Teresa Varrier. Teresa, welcome in. Good to have you today.
Good morning.
You are a principal there at Summit Christian. You've been there for a while, too. So,
I have.
Justin's also our sound engineer over here, so he's helping get everything
Gotta
going.
make sure.
Head's the size of a peanut, so
It's okay.
gotta adjust.
Teresa, love having you on this morning. This show is all about highlighting and lifting up the positive in our community, and I always think, the best way to start with lifting up is our young people, and Summit Christian Academy has done some amazing things. Before we kind of dig into that, I always like to give our guests a chance just to introduce themselves. Let us know you're kind of a little bit about your background and your involvement here in the Huntsville area, and just let us know a little bit about you this.
Okay, I am originally from the Spring Humble area. My husband and I have 3 sons. We had them in public school in Humble. That wasn't working out well, and we decided it's time to get out. My husband is from Lovelady. So we moved to this area. They started school in Lovelady. I worked in Lovelady for a while at the public school, and then saw a position open at Summit. I applied. I have been there for 16 years now, And I love it. It's a very unique experience. We don't have any behavioral issues to speak of. Our kids are normal kids, so they, of course, get in trouble from time to time, but nothing that we're looking at. All of the crazy that you see on television, we don't have any of that going on.
Well, it's a great school, and Justin was the one that connected with us. How do you guys connect, Justin?
Well, actually, my daughter goes to Summit.
Okay, there you go.
So Keegan's gone to Summit for 4 years now?
Has she been there since the baby class?
Yeah, the baby classes. So she's kind of gone there since before pre-K and maybe 3 years.
It's something that I want to highlight. We have so many incredible, opportunities for young people here in our community. And this show, we speak a lot of faith too, and we want to inspire and lift people up. And I think it's great that there are so many choices for young people. So it's kind of like, I think of college, college isn't for everyone. Sometimes students need a different way. We have Tomorrow's Promise on here in K, and they do a fantastic job. Our public school system here in Huntsville does an incredible job. I've really enjoyed what Dr. Shepard's been able to do. But then there's other alternatives like Summit Christian Academy as well. Give us a little bit more history about Summit. You've been there 16 years, so that
I've been there 16 years.
So you started when you were 2, because I know that you're 18. So
good answer.
So kind of give us a little bit of the rundown about Summit, a little bit more about their history.
So Summit started at another facility. I believe they were called Huntsville Christian, and then they moved to the building we're in now with First Assembly. So we're a ministry of First Assembly. They have been there since 99, I believe.
It's just been an incredible journey, seeing that.
It has. They do 18 months to all the way through high school. Our teachers are amazing as well. I've been there 16 years. We have another lady who's been there.
Kathy.
Miss Kathy has been there for 22 years, I think.
So we'll give some insight on that as well. So Miss Kathy had started when I went to school there. So I went to Summit and thoroughly enjoyed it. And Keegan goes there now and things like that. So seeing Miss Kathy through the whole thing has been nice. It was a nice, oh, you're still here? Oh, good. Kind of vibe. So.
And I know, of course, with it being a Christian academy, there's obviously a component there of just, leading young people to understand who Jesus is, and which is very important. I'm a faith-filled person, and I believe that whenever you cling to Him, your future is so bright, despite the circumstances. I always say that despite, you don't have to be a victim of the circumstance. You have to acknowledge it, but it doesn't define who you are. So when you have that background and just being a part of a school like Summit, Christian, I think it's great. It's funny earlier, some of you may have heard it if you were still on, but until we got blocked for a few months, but I said the Summit League because I'm so used to basketball was up north and they were in a league called the Summit League. So it's not Summit League, but it's Summit Christian Academy. And tell us a little bit more just about what the school offers. You mentioned earlier, from 18 months or so all the way through 12th grade. So, there may be young people that are going to another school like Tomorrow's Promise, and I think they cut off at 6th grade. So there's an opportunity for that continued Christian education for even folks that are at other places to where they can say, you know what, I want my child to remain in a faith-filled educational center, and so now they can go over to Summit as well. Tell us a little bit about what it offers.
Right. So we have a lot of great faith-based education centers in Huntsville, and a lot of those students will leave the place that they're at or graduate out of that and join us. We do start at 18 months, and our kids in the pre-K 3 and up, we begin the day with chapel. We do prayer, worship, confessions, just students saying positive things about themselves, getting their day started correctly. I'm quick, I'm sharp, I'm bright, I'm smart. We do a couple of worship songs, and then every student leaves there and go directly to Bible class. It's a regular course. Then all the respective subjects thereafter.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. You mentioned something too, and again, Teresa Varrier joining us this morning. She's the principal over at Summit Christian Academy, and so appreciate you being here this morning to share your story and to share the story of this wonderful school. I heard a preacher once say, when you wake up in the morning, and I always say on the show, the attitude of gratitude. And the first time I did it, it was kind of goofy. He's like, stand up in front of the mirror in the morning whenever you get up and just, speak positivity over your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Why would you want to wake up and say, oh, today's going to be terrible, or I'm not going to be able to accomplish this. I think there is a lot. We call those daily affirmations. And so luckily Bridget hasn't ever caught me, because she'd probably be like, what are you doing in there? But, I do in the morning, the part of my routine is get up, of course, and take a shower and those things. And when I'm in front of the mirror, I just say one quick thing. I said, I'm capable today. Today's going to be a great day, and I can do all things because he's leading me. And I say that every day. Maybe not vocally. So that's why Bridget, if she saw me, she'd be like, what are you staring in the mirror for? Because I'm not much to look at. But I will say this, every day, that's something that I think about in my mind. And I say, you know what, today's going to be a great day. And, I think that attitude carries over. And I've heard it a lot. So I think that's great that you do this with the children.
Yeah, we think that God created every one of us with a destiny and a purpose. And so that's what we want to do, is partner with parents to help their children achieve whatever it is that they are destined to do. The best thing for them to do is whatever his plan is for them. So that's what we want to partner with parents and do.
That's great. I think something, too, that's incredible. We always love to lift up on the show, and I mention that 100 times a day on the show, but it's awesome when you think about Huntsville, and you live in Lovelady, but, there's opportunities here, so you make that drive in every day. Lovelady, what, about 20, 30-minute drive? Is it farther than that?
Probably about 50 minutes.
About 50 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're going the speed limit. For me, it's about 20 minutes. Just kidding. HPD. I promise I don't do that. Justin.
It's okay. That's Trinity.
Yeah.
You have to watch out for it.
You got to slow down at Trinity.
You have to slow down.
You hit
Where
the
it goes
gas.
to like 40 miles an hour through their town. That's so great.
The good news is
35, Justin.
35. You're right. Yes.
The good news is when you're heading home, my good buddy Shane Christian has Fat Boys Pizza there, in Riverside. So you can just pull on in, get a little pizza, and then cruise back on home. So.
And they have like this baked potato pizza, right?
Yeah, the loaded baked potato.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Anyway,
we'll get back. We start talking food, and it gets out of hand here on the show.
I just want to touch, as a parent of a student that goes there, one thing that I enjoy the most about my ability to be the parent is still there. And it's very accurate. There's not very many behavioral issues, but if there is, it's not to a point where it's out of control. It's addressed right then. Parents are notified. Parents have the ability to be the parent, and that it's not pushed off on the system itself. So let's hear about the different activities that happen throughout the summer, through the school year, the field trips.
Okay, so in the summertime, we have our summer camp program. Our preschool does their summer program. It's heavy academic during the school year, but in the summer, it's more relaxed, more hands-on activities. They have a theme every week, and the same for school-age students. They have a theme every week, and then older kids have 3 field trips, roughly 3 field trips a week, and they have a lot of fun with that. We do a little bit of academic things in the summer with our older kids as well, so they don't have a huge learning loss when school begins again. And then we have some outside, we partnered with some outside local businesses. MC Dance comes and does things at our facility, Learning RX.
I love Lisa and what she does. She's been incredible.
She's fantastic.
Lisa actually sits on their school board.
She does.
Awesome.
She does.
And we're kind of guiding through, the field trips and all the things.
We got all.
Yeah, Justin
So
and I,
Teresa
our ADD kicks in every morning with Justin
Teresa
and I.
doesn't handle the school program. Another director does.
Not the preschool program.
So it's exciting.
Want to share some more information. Again, Teresa Varrier is joining us. So awesome to have her here this morning. And I always say there's folks, when they come into a room, they light up the room. When you came in this morning, the room just lit up, Teresa. So we appreciate you being
Thank
here
you.
and sharing your story. I did want to show some more information, though, as we'll pop this up on the screen. And for those of you that are listening on the audio-only version of this podcast, possibly at a later date, you can find out more information at scahuntsville.org, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
That is the website. And one of the first things that you'll see right when you go there is pursuing excellence and godly character. You know, when I think of the word excellence, I just think about everyone has a different definition for different words. I used to ask young people, what's your definition of success? I would go in and speak to young people in high school marketing classes, and I would ask them, what's your definition of success? And it was always great because every young person had a different version. And not one out of probably 600 children, that I'd spoken to, not one of them had ever said money. And I thought, as a young person, or as an older person, I'm paying bills and mortgage. I'd be like, man, success is like having enough money to pay your bills, But that's not really, I'm joking. But I never heard one young person say that. And I think it's so great. One person had told me, one student had said, success for me is, graduating high school. Those things that you kind of don't think about. Maybe that person was struggling. That young person was struggling. He just wanted to graduate high school. When you think of the word excellence, Teresa, and I wanted to kind of relate this to you and what you guys do, what comes to your mind when you think of the word excellence?
So we do, our program is very, very rigorous, but we have found that if you put the bar right here, all of the kids are going to rise to achieve that level of excellence. Also in just the way that they present themselves to others. Our students are very respectful, young ladies, young men. They're very receptive to just whatever the feeling in the room is.
Yeah, I love that.
Quick to come alongside of their friend. The reason that I stayed at, not the reason exactly that I stayed, but when I first started at Summit, one of my students had an earache or something going on. And I walked in the classroom, it was before class started, and they were all praying over this student for her
wonderful.
earache. And I thought, man, what an amazing place to be. So
yeah, I love that. Just the encouragement of the young people lifting each other up, and you can find out more information on it. Yeah, and it will. There's been situations, of me being in sports broadcasting and kind of thinking and relating to what you're saying, seeing students before games. One of the things that I always acknowledge was that the group of students would run down and take a knee.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful that, a lot of those freedoms are slowly being taken away, but the students still have the decision to do what they can. I knew of a coach that they almost fired him because he was praying with the kids, with the students. And this town, and it's not around here, but it's in Central Texas. The town kind of got fired up about it. And they said, well, there needs to be a separation. And I'm not going to get into all the, the ins and outs and the political stuff of that. But what I will say is that God is still alive in our schools, and especially, our public schools. And that's why it's so great to have a Christian school such as Summit, because, you know what, you can bring these young people in and they can be full about their faith. And you guys don't have to worry about any of that outside influence, because at the end of the day, it's all about lifting up and encouragement. And I think when organizations do that, such as Summit, everything is A-OK.
Robin, that's one thing that I enjoy most about Summit is that the choice is still there. It's a choice. It's not something that is forced upon, or, if there's ever a situation that, maybe Keegan doesn't want to go to chapel that day. Well, they're not going to say, sorry, you're going. They're going to have that conversation. They're going to, find out what the problem is or the cause or whatever it may be, but it's not a forceful environment. And that's another thing that I love the most. Tours and different things like that.
So we
Enrollment,
have, Okay, so if you're interested in enrollment, we've worked very hard to keep our tuition low. I think that the automatic thought for many people is, oh, it's private school, we can't afford it. We are definitely the most affordable place anywhere in our area, come in or give us a call, send us a message, schedule a tour. We take you throughout the whole facility. Our class sizes are small. We try to cap all classes at 12. So every teacher has time to spend with each student. If they're struggling in an area, we don't want them to repetitiously do something incorrectly. So we can come alongside of them, correct it, and then move forward. We have our older students are in an outbuilding. Our playground is also out there, so we do the whole tour. It takes a little bit of time. We have an assessment process for all of our students, so they can come in and just make sure that they're going to be a good fit, that they are comfortable in the space.
And enjoy and just you want them to have that feeling of knowing, hey, this is where I feel comfortable, where I want to be.
That's right.
And I think that's so important for young people you don't want to go into a situation. Now, every young person, I still remember, this is crazy. You start thinking, Teresa, like I go back and for some reason I don't remember a whole lot of stuff from years ago, but I do remember this. I remember my first day of kindergarten. And I have no idea how I remember that. And I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, my mom and grandma took me. And I love my grandmother. She passed a few years ago, and she was my talking buddy. We'd get on the phone and talk for 8 or 9 hours when I was traveling. I mean, literally. I mean, we spent 8 hours. It seemed like we were on the phone for like 8 hours one day. Now, of course, there were some breaks in there, but I was driving all the way to upstate New York back in the day. And for the first of 3 days, I talked to her almost that entire day on the drive until I got to Arkansas. But I'll never forget my mom and grandmother walking me into that kindergarten class, and I felt like it felt cool because it was something new, but I was also scared. And I have this vivid memory of my mom and grandma walking out of that door, and I was crying because I didn't want them to leave.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to be comfortable, and I think you guys do a great job doing that.
Children get nervous just like the rest of us do. So we try to come alongside of them and soothe the anxieties that they have. That's true with our younger students too. Our preschool program, our teachers are so fantastic, and it's not a revolving door. We don't have teachers coming in and out all the time. All of our teachers have been there for an incredibly long time. It's just a great environment to be in. It's good for.
I love the internal promotions. Seeing some of the teachers, getting the education and being able to pursue a further career. They may start in preschool and then work their way up to, kindergarten, first grade. Just as they're continuing their education, they're able to progress within Summit. So I think that's something else that it shows hard work pays off, and so it's a great example for the students that are there as well.
Yeah, and it's cool to have, Justin as a parent sitting here and just acknowledging the great work that you guys do. He experiences it firsthand with his young one.
Yeah.
So, Teresa, I think it's incredible what Summit is doing. For more information, again, we showed the website a little bit earlier. You can go to scahuntsville.org. Justin had mentioned briefly about enrollment. When does the enrollment period start? I mean, what if somebody out there today, our desire is people see this show and they say, man, we love Huntsville so much, we want to come check it out. We want to see people move here that embrace the culture that has made this community so great. What does that enrollment look like? When does the window open? Can folks come by at any time? Those kind of things.
You can come by. You can come by at any time. We have our fall semester begins. You can enroll at any time, but the fall semester will begin August 17th. And then if you're interested in fall, we fill up very quickly, so you would want to do that in advance. And then the summer program begins immediately when school is out in May. And
yeah, there's only like a 2-day break, isn't there? 2 or 3 day break before?
Typically 3 to 5.
Typically, I think it was 3 this year, but
it was only 3
Keegan.
this year. But typically 3 to 5 days. That gives us enough time to prepare for the next thing.
What's going on right now? I saw some summer camps here on the website as well. Are those well underway right now? Kind of how is that working?
Yes. So
I listed you guys on the website, by the way, too. So it's
awesome.
I mean, look at this. I mean, we're showing this on the screen right now. I would like to just go ahead and end this show and start going to these camps right away. You know, we're going to take off the rest of the week, Justin, and the rest of the month. I mean, what is today? Today's the 15th. And so today, you guys have snow cones going on.
I think that's the preschool calendar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to go to the pre-K summer camp. This is snow cones, water day coming up on Friday. You have Disney week starting next week for the pre-K. So, I mean, there's so many cool things for young people to get involved, young
Rob's
kiddos.
getting all excited about
I am, man. Like, I was talking kindergarten. Now I'm like, I want to go back to pre-K, man. This is great. So this is really awesome. You know, having a dress-up day, cooking, so many other things as well. And this is all the fun things that are happening here at Summit Christian.
The older group.
Yeah, the older group here. Snow cones also today for the older kids. But that, you know what? You can never be too old or too young to have a snow cone. Lego Challenge Farm Week. This is awesome. You guys have a whole thing just every day skewed out. That's going to be great.
We do. Huntsville offers a lot of opportunities for our kids. So we try to take advantage of that and take students to different activities that the community is offering.
Awesome. Yeah, and some folks are chiming in this morning. By the way, Rebecca Harris sending a little love this morning, saying, we love Miss V. She's amazing. Appreciate that, Rebecca. And she also had chimed in another comment saying that we love Summit. All 4 of our kids attend Summit and are excelling in school. We love the staff there so very much. And Valerie, I think, or Teresa, I think that, I said Valerie because I saw Valerie on there a second ago. Teresa, I think it's so awesome because I can see your passion. And I mean, you've been there 16 years and you know what? You can be there a year or two and say it's time to move on, but you have seen something in this facility. You've seen something in these young people that have inspired you to continue to be involved. And I can see your passion. Well, I wasn't joking. When you walked in, the room lit up and I can tell that that's what you bring to these young people every day.
I love it.
It was Alicia's energy.
Yeah, Alicia's
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Alicia's in here too. She's off camera, but Alicia is in here too. So Alicia brought the supplemental energy. You know, sometimes the sun shines a little too bright, and then you just want to make it even brighter, and then it's all good. So then it turns into a supernova. Now I'm getting all nerdy and sciencey. So, but anyways, great to have you on this morning. We definitely want to keep up with what you guys are doing. So any events that you have, like I said, we have a summer camp guide that we've put on the website. We listed y'all's summer camps here for young people, and so I hope that was okay. I was just scouring the internet searching for summer camps. Y'all had popped up, so we listed it on there as well. But you can find out more information on their website and just take advantage of another wonderful resource here in our community, scahuntsville.org. Before we let you go, anything else you'd like to add? It's been a fun morning. I know we've covered a lot.
Come on, Rob. We got to ask the one question. What's the one thing she likes most?
I'll let you ask. You know what the question is, Justin.
What's the one thing you love most about Huntsville and Summit?
Well, obviously, Summit would be what I love most about Huntsville, but also just the community in general. Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by. So
it's funny you mentioned that because yesterday I felt so bad. I always try to say hello to everybody, especially that walks by here in front of our studio, and we are downtown here, and there's a lot of folks and a lot of traffic. Not usually it's between 7 and 8, it's more after 8 o'clock. But there are people that walk by, and I was just in a rush yesterday, and sometimes we get wrapped up being so busy, and I was in a rush yesterday, and there was a gentleman that walked by, and I always say hello to everybody, and he walked right by me, and I didn't say hi to him. And the first thought that came in, I talked about we need to say positive things over our life. You know what the first thought that came in? Rob, you're a jerk. I'm serious, man. It's like this conviction came over me, like, Rob, you're a punk, man. You need to say hello to that guy. So I literally turned around and walked down a few, and I said, good morning, sir, because I felt convicted being in Huntsville, not saying hello to that person. So that's the community that we live in.
That's awesome.
So you better say Huntsville, or you know what? It's going to happen to you too. So, It's been fun this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Justin, thanks for arranging this interview.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to catch up with you again in a few months, maybe right before school gets started, and just talk to you again. And
She's going to say, can Alicia come on with me?
she can. We'll get Alicia on. We'll get Alicia on next time as well. So appreciate you guys. Another wonderful resource right here in Huntsville. By the way, Stainbusters Carpet Cleaning had chimed in saying Summit is amazing. We absolutely love them. So that must be a parent that has a business chiming in this morning.
Yes.
As well. So, hey, friends, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. I want to tell you about a new way to win. Some of you got blocked on the video earlier because of our music, but we are back. And, hey, man, check this out. We got a nice break. Man, I'm going to pull this thing out here. You know what, Justin? I'm just going to do it right here on the show.
Just do it.
Normally, these prize boxes they're a mystery box from Elliott's Jewelers, but you know what? I kind of...
Your curiosity got to you?
Curiosity cat. Now, they're not all the same, but check this beautiful bracelet. Justin,
I want to win it. Why am I on
wait,
today?
that's on Teresa. Teresa, can you...
Do you need me to model
can you
that?
model this for us?
Model it.
So check this out. This is from Elliott's Jewelers.
yeah.
Oh, man, look at that. Hold
Looks
that.
great.
Look
Looks
at that.
great on me.
All right, we're giving that away today. And all you have to do, we got something new here that we're going to do on the show. You can still comment. That's important. Like and share because that's a part of it. But you can now text us on our all-new text line. It's our prize line. The old prize line. You can, I don't even know where these dumb accents come from. They're terrible. You can text us right now to enter to win 936-339-0139. I'll post it up at the break. But again, text us the keyword. You got to text the keyword Huntsville. Text the keyword, one word, Huntsville, to 936-339-0139, and you can enter to win. The reason that we're doing it by text is because a lot of folks said, Rob, I can't watch live. We want the live engagement, obviously, because we will announce the winners around 7:56-ish. So we still got a little bit to go.
What did I say this morning, Rob?
Yeah, we'll be over a little bit.
We shouldn't say a time. At the end of the show.
At the end of the show, we will announce the winners. But here's the cool thing. Regardless, maybe you're going back listening on the audio-only format on our podcast format, or you're watching later in the day through social media. That's why we did this, because we wanted to give folks that can't watch live, maybe they're going to work. Of course, we don't want you to like text and drive or any of that, but now you can do
Ask
this.
Siri to do it for you.
Yeah, she might. She could do it.
Yeah.
So,
Say, hey Siri, text Hello Huntsville after you obviously save the number as Hello Huntsville.
If you're driving right now, check this out. It's probably going to pick up. Well, Siri's smart. Google isn't. Google will just pick up anybody. So here we go. Okay, Google, text 93. Oh, wait. Google, never mind. Okay, Google, never mind. I said it wrong. Okay, Google, text Huntsville to 936-339-0139. If you have an Android phone, your text just got sent automatically. Mine picked it up. So there you go. Anyways, we'll step aside.
If you win, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll talk more about the prizes and much more when we come back. Stay with us. It's your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be right back after this. I got to take a quick photo of you and Justin, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Who's waiting for us outside?
That would be my ride out of here.
All right. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you so much, Teresa.
Your
Do y'all want
car's
this
right there.
back?
Yes.
She's like,
Do I get to keep it?
You can text to win.
Did you hear that? You can text to win for me.
she's like, it's. Hey, we're back on.
I know her.
Yes, Rob. Today is full of hiccups, isn't it?
Hey, we're back. Welcome back in here to Good Morning Huntsville. Again, appreciate Teresa joining us here a little bit earlier today. And so we'll wrap it up here in a few moments. Want to remind you, you can text us. Oh, the old hiccup. There we go. It's man, it's like this. You know what? I have one of these old school. I got this thing for
Rollerballs?
yeah, the old roller ball. I got that thing for like $5 at Office Depot back in the day on Clarence. I always call it Clarence. You know, Clarence is a good guy. If your name's Clarence, today's your lucky day because I said your name on the show. Clarence. Elliott's Jewelers is our studio sponsor. We wouldn't be able to be here without Elliott's Jewelers every single morning also, so we appreciate him for sponsoring our studio. Again, we appreciate Teresa for being here this morning from Summit Christian Academy. It was great to catch up with them, and we'll definitely have to have her on again just to talk about the great things happening over there at Summit. Did want to remind you, you can text to win. That number's super easy to get to. All you got to do is text the word Huntsville. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. Text Huntsville This is where my mind is trying to work in overdrive here. Text Huntsville to 936. It's going to take me a while to memorize this number. 339-0139. By the way, that is our number for Hello Huntsville. So if you ever, if you ever just want to call and say, "Hey Rob, what's up?" I probably won't answer, but that's our number. So you can call it or text it as well.
It's instead of the listener line, we have the text line.
We got the text line. We already had. You know what's really cool about this new service? We already had.
There's 5,000, aren't there?
28 people have already
just from yesterday.
You know what's crazy? I used to work at a radio station that we use this service, and we'd promote stuff all week, and we'd get like 40 through the whole week. And here we are on less than 12 hours and 28 already. So we appreciate that. And let us know your name, too, when you send in those text messages. Here's the other cool thing about how this works, and I just want to explain it. I know I'm yakking a lot, but I want to explain this because maybe you are listening to the show later or watching. You can still text because you can text once a day also. So you can enter to win multiple times.
More than one time.
You can only win once per week, but you can have multiple entries. And so we're allowing you to text Huntsville as the keyword this week. You can text that keyword Huntsville this week once a day. So maybe you didn't win today, but maybe tomorrow now you've got 2 entries because you've texted in twice. So think about it. You start on Monday and then you text all through the week. Now you got 5 entries.
Right. 5 chances.
So today we are giving away this beautiful, and it does have some real gold in it, gold bracelet by our good friends at Elliott's Jewelers. I've got that for you today. I'm also going to toss in a little pension plate, 1 free meal today, so you can get your jewelry on, you can get your meal on. Justin made this happen, by the way. He's so awesome. Justin said, "You know what, Tiffany, can you hook us up with some meals?" You know what I'm going to do? I'm feeling generous. I'm going to throw in 2 today, not just 1, but 2. So that way you and your significant other or your best friend or whoever, or maybe your worst enemy, you got an enemy out there and you say, "You know what,
I
Rob?"
went yesterday and I had the grilled chicken sandwich. It was delish.
It is. I'm going to tell you, though, this is important because I'm serious. Maybe there's somebody out there that you said, "You know what, I haven't gotten along with that person." But you know what? The best way to rekindle a friendship is food. Just take your best enemy, your best friend and your worst enemy. We're going to give away 2 of these today. We're giving away this beautiful gold bracelet. It does have some gold. Retail value on the sticker was $230, by the way.
I feel like we're QVC right now.
We're QVC. Welcome in. We're giving that away. Look at this. George Pitt submitted twice. Well, guess what, George? And that doesn't double your chances of winning, buddy. Santa George.
Just have your elves make it.
Giving away that also. And then I'm going to toss in. Who wants this today? Justin showed this earlier because we got knocked off.
Which one are we doing this one again?
Look at this. Here we go. We're giving away this really awesome postcard. We're bucking for you in Huntsville. We're bucking for you, buddy. We're giving that away to do. Thanks to Dr. Krim, by the way. We've got these really awesome old school postcards that we're going to be giving away here over the next couple of weeks on the show. I've got these. I've got Old Main. I've got the Walls unit where Justin and I used to hang out. That's where we met, actually, at the Walls unit back then. Just kidding, man. So we're giving that away. Again, just text that in, and we will continue to promote our show on Thursday, made possible by Justin Killingsworth, the Color Bar. Got to make sure we prop you guys up.
Right.
Thank you for all that you do, Justin.
Absolutely.
I wanted to read something. Bridget texted me, said the sound is on during the break. That's why we know the mics are always hot. That is your VIP experience today, by the way, behind the scenes. You heard Teresa saying, "Can I keep this?" And we told her no. So we're not just giving away that bracelet to anybody. You got to earn it to win it.
Doesn't Bridget know we don't look at our phone all the time?
Yeah, we don't. Well, I do whenever I'm not on the show. She gets mad at me because I'm on it all the time, but that's part of the business.
It's like we need the little red light that says the mics are still live, Rob.
Yeah. So I want to mention this real quick. I always like to provide a little bit of inspiration. We're gonna wrap up with this. We've still got technically about 5 minutes, Justin, because we try to get the full hour in, and then we're going to announce our winner here in a little bit. Every morning, and usually it happens late at night or in the morning, I just feel like there's some things that are on my heart that I always want to relate to others. And no matter a situation, a positive moment that we're going through, maybe we feel like there's some things that are happening. I always want to relate that. And so I get on the internet, I start researching, I find some devotionals, and I like to share those. I found one this morning and kind of put in, and I also put in a little bit of my own flavor in there. I like my own little flavor on a steak.
Absolutely.
I like horseradish cream sauce. You ever had that?
No.
You don't like it?
No.
You never even tried it?
It's a Arby's. The Arby's one?
No, that's the horse. I'm talking about a good steak, medium rare. If you well done a steak, you're well done talking to me. You got to do medium rare with horseradish sauce.
Okay,
and then you got to say it like Sean Connery. Horseradish.
No.
Horseradish.
Can't do it.
A steak with horseradish sauce. So good. Justin Cody Killingsworth on the show this morning. Here's the devotional I wanted to share with you today to lift you guys up out there. Building foundations, receiving grace. Friends, in life, we often find ourselves playing the role of a builder. You're a builder. You've built businesses. Carefully constructing, starting from scratch, and then, sometimes maybe feeling unseen or unappreciated. We lay the foundation for dreams, projects, or even relationships. It can seem like our work goes unnoticed. There's some time, friends, maybe you're going through this today, that it feels disheartening, especially when we feel as though we've been taken for granted. I've talked to many people that said, you know what, man, I just feel like I've been taken for granted. I want to give you some hope and encouragement today, though. In these times, let us remember the words of Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians in 15:58 from the New Living Translation. It says, so, my dear brothers and sisters, be strong and immovable. Always work enthusiastically for the Lord, for you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless. I want to remind you today, maybe you feel like you're doing things and you don't feel like things are moving, or maybe you've had to take a few steps back and you're waiting for that breakthrough to happen. Know that the good work you're doing does not go unseen. It's a message that, I need to hear. It's a message that many of you need to hear out there this morning. I want to remind you, our labor for love, for passion, for God, it's never in vain. The foundation we lay, regardless of how unrecognized it may seem, it's crucial and highly valued in God's eyes. Here's another thing. I was talking to somebody, said, I feel like a doormat. And it breaks your heart when you hear somebody say that. I don't know if you've ever been around somebody, Justin, that said that before. But I want to remind you, you're not a doormat. Check this. I love this. And I didn't come up with this, so that's why I'm saying I love this. You're not a doormat, but a cornerstone. You're not a doormat, but a cornerstone, supporting the structures that built upon your work. Here's the key. Recognize the power of your invisible work. Like the roots of a tree, your efforts may not always be visible, but they are crucial to the growth and stability of all that is built upon it. Your value is not determined by the gratitude of others, but by the knowledge that you are contributing to something greater. So hold your head high, friends, and remember that every foundation you lay is important. It may be unnoticed or seem unnoticed, but in God's eyes, it's a crucial part of his divine plan. The one who truly matters sees and appreciates every brick you lay down. Remember, you're building more than just projects or relationships. You're building a legacy of faithfulness. Don't lose heart. Keep building, keep believing, and keep shining for the Lord. Your reward is coming. It's a good word this morning. It's a good word this morning, man.
It is.
So, and Justin, the impact that you're making on people, you're not just a stylist. You're making people, you're boosting their confidence. You're making them feel
Absolutely.
beautiful. Think about that as you go on every day, because you do great work in our community, man, and we appreciate you, Justin. All right, here we go. You ready to announce a winner?
Yes.
I don't have names, so we're going to have to change the way that we do this. This is why this is kind of our guinea pig starting here. Those of you that have texted in, we appreciate it. I'm going to hit the refresh button to make sure 33 people have texted in this morning. Isn't that nuts? 33,
I want to pick one.
33 people have chimed in this morning, and some people did put their name on there. You can't just pick one, but I'm going to let you do this. All right, Justin, hit pick winner.
How do we do this over
You
here?
just click it. There you go. All right. If your number ends in 3392, and I'm going to call them after the show. If your number ends in 3392, you are today's winner. So your phone number ending in 3392, you're the winner. I don't want to give out the full number, but 3392, you're the winner. We're going to call you after the show, and we will make sure that you get this.
All the things.
And I'm going to tell you, though, I need to throw in a disclaimer. If you're like 2 hours away, you probably shouldn't enter to win, because, it's going to be tough for us to get you the prize.
What do we call it on Facebook? Porch pickup?
Yeah, there ain't no porch. There ain't no PPU or
They
PPO.
got a porch pickup.
Porch pickup only. Yeah, man. If I put this on the porch, somebody else is going to pick it up. Let's be honest.
Okay, just come to the...
Yeah, the porch pickup. Anyways, 3392. If your number ends in that and you're listening this morning, chime in. Let us know. If
Can't
not,
you text them back right there?
We can. Yeah, we can. But we'll call you and let you know. Alicia, appreciate you. Bridget, Melissa said, not me. Happy for the winner. But again, just we'll call you after the show. It'd be fun to call them live on the show.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we'll figure out a way I can do that.
Yeah?
So we'll have to do that sometime. That'd be a lot of fun. Should we do that?
Why not?
You never know what you're going to get, though. And
That's okay.
I don't have like a filter where you can drop.
You have the mute button, don't you?
Yeah, but if they say something, it doesn't. We're not like radio, so I can't go back and drop it. Radio, there's a delay. So if folks call in, there's a button that you hit where you can drop any profanity or anything like that.
Huh.
Somebody may get really excited and like swear because they won. Oh my I won, you know.
Whoa! Maybe you just have to have higher audio than them.
That's right. Justin, what do you got going on today as we wrap up here in a few
A
moments?
full day of beautiful hair.
When's your first appointment?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. All right. Do we got time for one more thing?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. By the way, again, your number, if you in, Sally said the next one is mine. George Pitts, here you're coming to. 3392, the winner. We'll call you after the show. You have won. Beautiful bracelet. By the way, we're giving away some more jewelry as this week goes on. A mystery box coming up tomorrow, so you can also continue to text in tomorrow too. It doesn't matter, you're going to be eligible. Today, Justin, National Photography Day.
Good thing we're right next to the gallery.
That's right, the gallery. Paul Oley. If you need all your custom framing, photos, and more, celebrate Paul today. It's National Go by, please look, let me step up a minute. I'm going crazy this morning. Go by and see Paul. Let's support local business.
Yes.
I mean, he does incredible work here in our community. And if we really have that attitude of, let's support local, let's build up local, go by and see Paul. I'm just going to tell you, I know him. He's a personal friend. He needs the business, and let's go and support our local folks that have been an integral part of this community for so long. So if you need photography, I know you got your phone. Paul has taken my phone when I've taken pictures. He goes, wait a minute. That's not a good angle. And he has made he's given me some advice on how to take our pictures with our winners that do come here to the studio, and they're turning out so much better because we're getting a different angle. We're getting more visualization. He knows what he's talking about. Go see him. It's also National Smile Power Day. How you doing? Justin, you got a good smile, Justin. Mine, I'm still working on it. I had I had some crooked teeth growing up. When I'd eat a hamburger, it looked like a jacksaw, and then I got braces.
A jigsaw?
Jigsaw.
Yeah.
What did I say? A jacksaw.
Yeah.
It's
like,
also
that's a new saw.
Global Wind Day. So for all of you that have your turbines in your yard this morning, powering whenever the power goes out, it's your day today. Not a whole lot else going on.
That's it. Just another beautiful day.
Just another beautiful day. Just another beautiful day. Appreciate everybody again joining us this morning. We'll be back at it bright and early tomorrow as we'll have Billy Cawthon on with us. Excited to have him from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll be talking to Roxanne Moss. She'll be back. She is with the American Legion. We've had her on before. And she's going to talk about some important events that they've got coming up. She wanted to come back on and say, hey, I want to highlight this. And that's what we're going to do.
Awesome.
So chime in. Again, text. Once per day, you'll be entered in already. If you've texted today, guess what? You're already going to be entered in for tomorrow. But if you text again tomorrow, you got 2 chances, not just one. So let us know what you're thankful for as always. And as we wrap up today, Justin, thank you in the Color Bar for all that you do.
Absolutely.
Excited. And I've got an announcement I wanted to make for you guys as well. We're having Rays of Hope. We're seeking some sponsorships for certain things that we're doing, but all of our Foundation 5 sponsors will automatically be included as help for that, because we wanted to extend a gratitude to you guys for helping us. So all 5 of our Foundation 5 sponsors automatically included in that event, no additional charge. And I just wanted to say thank you for what you do. So that's coming up at the end of the month, or end of next month, and we'll be announcing those nonprofits that we have partnered with. So appreciate you, Justin, everyone else who's been a part of this platform as we continue to grow and spread the good of Huntsville, Texas. We'll wrap it up with that, friends. I want to remind you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand to support. Somebody out there needs you. Until tomorrow morning, good morning, Huntsville. God bless. We'll see you next time.